afternoon, sports fans. Here we are, Kentucky Derby and Cinco de Mayo weekend. We're coming at you live from our sports bar.
Woo! Got some mint juleps for the Derby, and we also have margaritas and Coronas.
Cinco de Mayo. Here we go. All
Make
right.
sure my Corona gets its lime.
Yeah. Every good Corona gets their lime. All right. Hey, PB, shout-outs this week. What do we got?
Well, we just want to give everyone a preview for next weekend. We're going to be coming to you from Z-Woo in Peabody, 5 Central Street, owned by Ryan, who also owns Fangs. We were a couple weeks ago.
Nice!
So looking forward to that. Please come down and see us May 11th, 4 o'clock at Z-Woo.
Looking forward to the road show. All right, let's get right into it, fans. We got a 2-minute update as usual. We got a little NFL draft look back. We might be taking a couple mulligans. We got a little NHL playoffs. Bs with a heartbreaking great win last night. NBA playoffs and Kentucky Derby. We're going to be talking Derby today. And we got a guest picker for that one. Can't wait. All right, Celtics. They played the Bucks tonight in Game 3. They're going to have a tribute and memorial for Hondo at the Garden tonight. Looking forward to that. By the way, Danny Ainge had a mild heart attack this past week at Milwaukee before Game 2. Originally thought it was gas, but apparently it was not. All right, moving on. Speaking of the NBA, D'Angelo Russell. There's always the one guy that thinks he's smarter than everybody else. D'Angelo Russell had a great season for the Nets, but last night apparently tried to get to the LaGuardia Airport with a little marijuana in his Arizona iced tea can, and he got busted. Not smart, D'Angelo. As Stephen A. Smith says, stay off the weed, man. All right, moving on. Hey, we got some White House activity next week. Sox are going there on Thursday. Tiger Williams is going there on Monday. They're going to celebrate his win in the Masters. Great for him. Speaking of our Red Sox, again, the roller coaster continues with these guys. Swept the A's. That was great. Last night to come back in the first game against Chicago. They're up going into the 8th inning, and ba-boom! They lose the game, ending their streak of 87 straight wins when they lead going into the 8th inning.
Brasher lets up that 3-run dinger in the bottom of the 9th. That was just horrible, heartbreaking loss. Tonight, Sale, who hasn't won a game yet this year, will be playing against his old team and hopefully can, get that first win.
Speaking of the White Sox, you hear this one, PB? Tim Anderson, the shortstop, apparently says he's the next Jackie Robinson of baseball. Thoughts?
Whatever.
All right, moving on. Hey, by the way, a little history last night in the game. Noah Thor, we call him Thor. Thor Syndergaard from the Mets. He pitched a 1-0 complete game shutout. He was the only batter or the only person in the game to do what?
He hit the home run to get their 1 run.
So in 36 years, first pitcher to have a shutout 1-0 where he hit the only, drove in the only run of the game with a homer, right?
Right, yeah.
Ooh, good way to go, Thor. All right, so NFL Mulligan, we're going to talk about that. So one of the things on NFL Mulligan is we missed something last week. What did we miss to talk about?
Oh, we forgot to talk about Josh Rosen.
How did we forget about Josh
going
Rosen?
to Miami as part of that deal. That was a big part of what happened on draft day.
Right.
And now we have to look at what impact that's going to have on the Dolphins.
So what is the impact?
I think that he's definitely going to start. He will he will be better than Fitzpatrick.
Okay.
I'm not taking it either way. Fitzpatrick is good in moments,
he's a great
at times, and he can get things done, but he's not going to take you to the promised land. Josh Rosen, on the other hand, he, with time, with the right pieces around him, could do some good things.
Right.
It's just not right now.
Okay.
He'll take that team from what was going to be a 3 or 4, maybe 5 win top team,
right.
maybe looking at even a first round overall pick next year.
Yep.
I think Miami was that bad. Now they might be a 6 or 7 win team with Josh Rosen there. I'm not sold on their skill players. I like Kenyon Drake. They don't have any real good skill receivers. They don't have a good offensive line. He's not going to be inserted and make a huge difference right out of the gate.
Okay. Well, so as you mentioned that, let's talk about the mulligans. Do you change anything in your top 4 teams in the NFL draft for NFL draft this year?
I don't think anything changes. I mean, obviously, I've analyzed the Patriots a little bit more, and I really like what they did. Not as a top team, but Arizona came out of the.
So who's your 1 to 4?
Arizona clearly to me is the best.
Okay.
I think Jacksonville just getting a caliber of a player like the other Josh Allen, out of Kentucky. He at number 7, I think is a nice pick for them. Their defense was they just didn't sync right last year, but they got good players, and I think they could really make a big impact. And
one game from winning the AFC 2 years ago, right?
And then you got Foles, and then you have you got this kid Josh Allen. I think they can make a difference.
Who else?
I think Oakland made some good moves. I think they had a lot of picks. They got some good defensive plays to complement the acquisition of Lamarcus Joyner, and I think they could. Farrell might went a little high.
That was a stretch. Farrell was a stretch.
Not for this year, but for the future. I think they did some nice things, and when you complement some of the offseason moves they made on offense. And then I really like Cleveland being able to not have a first-round pick, but still being able to grab a guy like Greedy Williams in the second round, his first-round caliber type pick. Reminds me of some of the things the Patriots have done. The Patriots a lot of times don't have that first-round pick or trades or gotten them taken away for different disciplinary actions, but have always seemed to kind of find that guy in the second round or third round, and I think Cleveland did a good job of that. Okay. And you can't argue top to bottom what the Pats have done either.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So when I look at my projections, I agree with you, PB. I think the Cardinals for sure did awesome. If Kyle Murray pans out, they got 3 guys on offense and 3 guys on defense. 2 of them from New England, right? Isabella on offense and Zach Allen from BC, right? So 2 New England kids.
Yep. Like Byron Murphy, they got from Washington. That was a great, 33rd overall pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the Pats, as you mentioned, for our team that's been in 3 straight Super Bowls, winning 2 of them, they're going to have 7 guys potentially make this team, right?
Yeah.
So the number 1 pick, Harry, the wide receiver, should make the team, right?
Yep.
God forbid he doesn't. Williams, the D-back, I don't know if he makes it at corner, but he probably will make it at safety if he doesn't happen.
Yep.
Damian Harris, who on the fence as a running back, but he's got great talent. That was a steal. Both those old linemen should make it.
Yep.
Obviously, Chase Winovich in the 3rd round. The other Thor, he makes that team for sure.
And then Stidham.
And then you got Stidham, right?
Yep.
The quarterback.
The heir apparent.
Yeah. The heir apparent. So I like your assessment there. I think the Pats get 7 players. That's a great steal for them. I got 2 wild cards for you, brother. I got the Packers. I think the Packers drafted 2 defensive starters. They did great in free agency with defense because that's their Achilles heel. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, for sure. But they made some good offseason moves, though.
Free agency, they did. They probably picked up 3 players there. Yeah. And they got 2 guys for offense. One of them will definitely start. The other kid, Dexter Williams, is a steal in the 4th round. May not start out of the gate from Notre Dame, but he'll play. And then, believe it or not, I think the Ravens did exceptionally well. They drafted 5 players on offense who will all make that team, I think. At least 2 of them will play the wide receivers they drafted to help Lamar Jackson out. So and God forbid, because they're probably the biggest, Kansas City and them are the 2 biggest rivals to us, right?
Yeah, Baltimore's not scaring me at all, though.
All right, brother. Let's move on. We got a little NHL playoffs. So we know the Bs won last night. You're going to talk about that. For a while, they look like the Washington Generals on ice. But you're going to rest assured tell me it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, the Bruins, nice job, resilient team. Last night, probably a must-win situation. If they go down 3-1, this would have been a tough series to win. So going to Columbus, winning that 4th game, taking it to, tying up the series 2-2, I think is huge. Now they have home ice back, right?
They do.
And then you have 2 of the other 3 series are also 2-2. You get Dallas and St. Louis tied 2-2. St. Louis has a 2 out of 3 now with home ice. And you got San Jose, who's my favorite in the West, 2 out of 3 as well, tied right now 2-2 with the Avalanche. So San Jose's got the best record. They got home ice throughout. I can see them coming out of the West. And I really like the Bruins at this point. The path has been paved for them. The big surprise right now, Carolina, right? Carolina's breaking out the brooms tonight.
3-0 for the Carolina Hurricanes.
they're
going to be sweeping away.
They got a home game tonight. They can just take care of business. Sweeping the Islanders, who, by the way, swept the Penguins to get the.
Can you believe it? A sweep on a sweep.
Right. So I really think Carolina and the Bruins will be in the finals. And again, the Bruins right now, to me, Bruins Sharks, Bruins all the way. We get our mulligans. All of our picks are out. I had Tampa and Winnipeg. You had the Golden Knights and the Capitals.
Correct.
All those teams are out in the first round. All the division winners are out in the first round. So we get a mulligan, and we're kind of resetting.
Mulligans all around. By the way, I'm looking forward to the Bs playing against Carolina because that's the old Hartford Whalers coming back.
It is.
What? That would be awesome.
And they got Dougie Hamilton.
Yep. And then I'm looking forward to the Stars playing against the Sharks in the semis out there, or the finals out there, because it's Sagan against Jumbo Joe.
Yeah.
And I want to see Jumbo Joe in the finals with one shot to win a title. He was the number one draft pick. I believe he was the number one overall at the time, right?
Overall, yep.
We knew we threw him out of town, but
Yep.
I'd love to see the kid win it,
Yep.
but not at the Bruins' expense. So
Right.
we'll see what
It
happens.
would be a silver lining if they did lose. But,
Yeah. All right.
other than that, yeah.
I agree. All right, let's move on to the NBA. We got a lot of competition in the NBA as well, right? It's heating up. So the C's play tonight. They're tied 1-1. Coming home, they now have the home court advantage, theoretically, right?
Yep.
Big night tonight. Sixers won last night. They're up 2-1 in Philly. Now they have the home court advantage. They look to be strong. You get out west. Portland tied up the Nuggets. That's 1-1 going back to Portland. So they have the home court now
Yep.
over the Nuggets, the number 2 seed. And of course, Golden State, the team with all the star players, they're up 2-0 against the Rockets. And what do you think there? I think.
I mean, the Rockets might take one of those two games back in Houston and force a game 5, but
It's over,
seriously,
right?
Yeah.
All right. So who would you like to see in the NBA semis? So conference finals.
Well, I mean, who I like to see, I'm going to say who I think is going to go.
Who do you think's going to go?
It's going to be Golden State, and I think Denver. Because I had San Antonio getting past Denver. The fact that Denver got past San Antonio,
right.
I think Denver's going to take care of Portland as well.
Right.
So I'm going to go Denver, Golden State with Golden State winning.
Golden State, okay.
Golden State wins. And then I got, I think out of all the teams that are, well, no teams are back, but the Philly series against Toronto can come back from that. They're only down 2-1.
So Toronto's going to come back. They're down 2-1.
I think they come back
in Philly.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
I think they, and not only do I think they come back, but then I think they win the conference championship too. I think they'll
So
be.
you're sticking with your picks.
Yeah,
essentially.
Because I had Golden State and Toronto with Golden State winning.
You
so
did.
I'm gonna stick with that. No mulligans in the NBA. But I do like the Celtics. I think the Celtics can beat Milwaukee. A game 7 of Milwaukee would be very interesting, which I think this could go 7. But then Toronto comes into play, and Toronto, they just match up well against the Celtics.
PB, I am with you. I'm throwing my head picks out. I'm going hot all the way. I got the Celtics winning now. They're going to beat the Bucks.
Right.
I also got Philly beating my championship team, Toronto. I think they're going to win now at this point in time with a 2-1 lead in Philly. Out west, I still see Golden State going all the way. I do see Portland upsetting the Nuggets. I think the Portland team has a better team with their guard play, so I'm looking forward to that with Dame Lillard and McCollum. And then it's going to be the Celtics versus Golden State, and I don't want to say anything yet because I'm very concerned about that potential. But let's just move right on. We got something else going on this weekend. It's called the Kentucky Derby. You got a little fun fact for us this week about the Kentucky Derby. What is it?
I do. Just looking at Triple Crown winners, right? Because that's always like the excitement that gets built as as the weeks go on between the Derby and then the Preakness and then the Belmont. So last year we had Justify win the Triple Crown.
Justify, yeah.
And 3 years prior to that, in 2015, American Pharoah won.
Huge.
Right? Both of those Bob Baffert horses.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
both those Bob Baffert horses. And also last year, Justify was ridden by Mike Smith.
Oh, the Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Mike Smith, as we know, interesting story, we'll get to in a minute. But prior to that,
Yeah.
the last Triple Crown was 37 years in 1978.
Was that affirmed or Seattle Slew? I forget.
It was affirmed.
All right, affirmed.
Affirmed
Okay.
won in 78, Seattle Slew won in 77.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
And for those people who aren't horse racing fans out there, you probably know this one horse. His name is Secretariat.
Huh.
Made a big movie after him. He won in 73. So you had 3 Triple Crown winners in the 70s. Then you had that 37-year drought. And then you had American Pharaoh and now Justify. I don't see this field as being Triple Crown capable.
So no repeat of the 70s.
I don't think so. And
Okay.
then, well, in Omaha Beach, who was the favorite to win, was scratched. Breathing problems. Not going to be in the Kentucky Derby. And guess who was going to be
So is
riding
he
him?
now an Omaha Steak?
Okay, yeah, no. But guess who's going to be riding him?
Who?
Mike Smith.
I thought it was the two from Fancy Island.
No, Mike Smith was going to be riding
Yeah.
Omaha Beach. And Omaha Beach gets scratched. Now Mike Smith was without a horse.
How does
Right?
what?
And here's
just gets a horse out of the thin air?
This story gets deeper. He
Oh,
was
this is a
riding.
mystery.
He was riding Roadster,
Okay.
a Bob Baffert trained horse.
Yes, I
taking
know.
Roadster to different victories. He rode him at Santa Ida. He was getting ready to ride him for Germany. He says, "No, I'm going to ride Omaha Beach."
Okay.
Omaha Beach gets scratched. Now he's sitting there without a horse. There was one horse that was still open for jockey, and now that is going to be Cutting Humor. So Mike Smith will ride Cutting Humor, who's sitting at 31. He's a long shot. I'm sure because Mike Smith's on, and those odds will come down over the next day, but still a long shot in this race.
So my pick, Roadstar, you say he lost his jockey, I'm screwed.
Roadster, yeah, Mike Smith was riding Roadster.
Okay.
Roadster is not. He's a Bob Baffert horse. He's going off at 5-1, but I just don't see him finishing in the top 3. But let's look at the top field here. So
give it to me.
You got the 3 Bob Baffert horses. You got Improbable, Game Winner, and Roadster. I am going with Improbable to win the Derby. He's currently at 5-1. Game Winner is sitting at 4.5-1.
Okay.
Okay. And then you had Roadster also at 5-1.
Okay.
I'm not putting Roadster in there for the fact that he does not have Mike Jockey on his Mike Smith as his jockey on his back, right? And then just lost my rose. Got to keep the rose going here. And then Maximum Security is another one. Maximum Security,
the prison guy.
he is undefeated.
Okay.
As a horse right now. He's going off at 8-1. Never ran the 1 1/4 though.
Okay.
So I could see him falling off down the stretch.
Ooh.
I could see him on the back stretch. I could see him even coming into the final turn, potentially up there in the pack, but then he'll fall off. The one thing you got to watch out for tomorrow is rain. If we get some rain, some showers, and it gets muddy,
So who's the monitor of this?
the monitor is
field?
probably win-win-win.
Win.
He's a 12-1 right now.
So he's the mother.
So he could be the money. He could come into that top 3 if it's really rainy. And the other 12-1, who was actually 18-1 a week ago, has already gone down to 12-1, is Cone of Honor. He's another long shot.
That's my dark horse, by the way.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in my trifecta.
Give it
I'm
to
going to
me.
put Improbable to win it all.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Game Winner second, and I am going to go Code of Honor coming in third.
Whoa!
I might slide win in there if I look at the track tomorrow, an hour before race time and post time, and it's coming down good. I might slide win in there, but that's where I'm going with it.
I got Roadster, Improbable, and the other Baffert horse.
Yeah, Game Winner.
Game Winner. And speaking of Game Winner, what do you got?
I just don't like Roadster because of Mike Smith.
All right, brother.
Yeah. All right, let's bring in our guest.
We got a guest speaker that's going to talk about the real picks. We got her coming in, the prognosticator from Billerica, Skye Wicker. Whoa, hey Skye, how are you tonight?
Good.
All right, hey Skye, this is the Kentucky Derby weekend. We also know it happens to be your birthday party weekend, right? So, ask a question. We got one for you right now. Who is your Kentucky Derby winner?
Game Winner.
Game
Whoa,
winner!
she's sticking with the Bob Baffert horses. I like that. All right.
One. Hey, the NBA and NHL playoffs this weekend, starting tonight. The Celtics are playing the Bucks. Who do you like in that game?
Celtics.
You like the Celtics. Ooh, okay. Tomorrow, during your birthday party, the Bruins are playing the Blue Jackets. Who do you like to win that game tomorrow?
Bruins.
Whoa! All right, let's go for the trifecta. In Boston. Tonight, the Red Sox are playing the White Sox. Which Sox do you like?
Red Sox.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it. Hey, by the way, we talked about the NFL draft earlier. You and I talked about it this week. What do you think the Patriots, how do they do?
Good.
Awesome sauce. Hey, Skye, any last words for the audience tonight?
Peace.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, and
Peace
so it's a
out.
spiral. Nice.
All right, PB, parting shots.
All right. Well, that was great having Skye on the show. Thank you for those picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're really excited to come to you next week from ZWoo and Peabody.
Z-Woo. Can't wait.
May 11th, 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great weekend. Enjoy the Derby. Make yourself a mint julep. Make yourself a margarita on Sunday for Cinco de Mayo. Drink a Corona White. Make sure it gets its lime.
Thank you. We're out.